Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am actually going to be talking about Macros 101. There's a lot of information out there, but this doesn't really explain very well. It's kind of like macros for dummies. It's pretty simple, guys. There's only 3 things you really need to know. Once you figure out your macros, the first thing is to figure out your macros. Now, how can you do that? There's a lot of very good explanation videos on how to find your macros from your own calculations. And there's also some really good websites like ifitfitsyourmacros.com and etc. But here's the thing about macros: whether you get them online, whether you do calculations by yourself, you're not going to be able to really find out what your true macros are to lose weight. So the whole point in this is to kind of mess with them. So let's say that the website gives you 200 grams of carbs to have. It would work for like the first 2 weeks, but then you start lower them, right? So you lose weight almost every single 2 weeks or 3 weeks or maybe even a month. You kind of want to start lowering it, and that's how you kind of like figure out your body. You figure out how your body responds to carbs, figure out how your body responds to higher fat or lower fat, higher carbs or lower carbs, higher protein, moderate protein, etc. So those websites are a good thing to start off from, and then you can kind of mess with them as you go, but it's definitely nothing to stress over. But once you figure out your macros that you want to try, the whole point, guys, you don't need to get them perfect macros. You need to start figuring out what your body responds to, right? So figure out what your macros are going to be that you're going to try out, see if they work. You know, the whole point in this and fitness and bettering your body and all that stuff, and bodybuilding, it's just all about messing with your body. It's all about figuring out your body. Once you figure out your own body, then you know what works. So it's all about figuring out your own stuff. So I wrote something down real quick. It's pretty simple. This is how you want to start. You need to find your macros. Like I said, they don't need to be on point. You just need to start finding your macros. You need to make sure that you're counting them every single day. 2, download the MyFitnessPal app. There's a lot of calorie counters out there. I stick with MyFitnessPal. It's just what I do. You can do whatever you want, but this is how you're going to put your food in. It has almost about every single food, and yeah, you need to put the serving size. You need to put how much you had, how many grams, and we'll get into that later. But then 3, you start counting, right? So I'm gonna show you guys. I haven't ate anything today, but I'm gonna show you guys how I measure some stuff out. Okay, let's go. First thing that I like to have in the morning is coffee. So I got 1 cup of coffee. I don't measure the coffee because coffee doesn't have anything in it except for caffeine, right? So, but if you're going to have creamer like I do, that's totally fine. I'm gonna show you guys how to count it, right? So grab your peppermint mocha creamer, because we're getting towards Christmas, and I really feel like Christmassy type of foods. So, alright, guys. So notice how I have this scale. I just got it from Walmart. It was about 14 bucks. You see how it's not on? Put the coffee cup on, and then you press the on button. Tare just means 0 out. Tare means on. Tare means off. Okay. So you want to turn it off, you just use that. You just hold it down. Turn it on real quick. Now this button, unit, right now it's on milliliters, okay? I don't know about you guys, but it's a lot easier when it's on grams. There you go. So you want to keep pressing unit to get the grams, and that's it. Alright, so how much creamer do I use, Alex? Let's check. You have to check the nutrition facts. The nutrition facts, there's 63 servings in this whole container. Serving size is 1 tablespoon. I don't go off of the tablespoons or the cups or the half cups. I go off of the milliliters. Milliliters and grams are the same amount of weight. So I just take the grams. It's 15 milliliters. It's 1.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, 0 grams of protein. So I'm gonna measure out. I'm gonna have 2 servings, which would be 2 servings would be 3 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs, and 0 protein. So just start pouring until it hits 30. Hold up, when all my shit, boom, perfect. Now, that is how I have my coffee. You turn it back off, take a little spoon, and you just drink your coffee. So yeah guys, it's pretty simple. There's different ways to measure things, like food, you want to weigh grilled, like cooked. Rice, you want to weigh when it's cooked. Eggs, I weigh uncooked, just what I do. Peanut butter is a whole other thing, right? Or peanut butter, right? So we gotta look on the nutrition facts again. And again, while all this is happening, guys, you need to make sure, after I had that 2 servings of coffee, that you put it in MyFitnessPal, right? You put it in MyFitnessPal. There's a bunch of videos on how to work MyFitnessPal, but you need to put it in MyFitnessPal, okay? So, peanut butter, we're gonna weigh peanut butter. Every time we eat something, we look at the nutrition facts, guys. How many grams can we get for the amount of fat, the carbs, and the proteins? Now, every single food, especially if you're dieting, like right now, I have 100 grams of carbs, 115 grams of carbs, 170 grams of protein, and 45 grams of fat. Peanut butter is okay because I don't like having a lot of fats, right? So, 16 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of protein. It's 33 grams. So, this is how you do peanut butter. You put it, it's off. You put it on, you press 0. You grab your spoon. Take as much out until it says -33. Perfect. So this would be 1 full serving. This right here is 16 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and I think, what was that, 4 grams of protein? And then you'd put this in MyFitnessPal. You just type in what it says. This is natural Jif creamy peanut butter, or there's a barcode that you can scan in the app, and then you scan that and it pulls up the food automatically. You put how many serving sizes you had, and that's it. Alright guys, so that's kind of how I weigh out my coffee. That's how I weigh out my peanut butter. Chicken and any food in general is pretty much the same thing. If you're using, lean ground beef, you put the bowl on the scale and then you zero it out first before you put food in. You don't want to put the food on, you don't want to put the bowl on the scale while it's on, okay? You put the bowl on first, or the plate, and you put the food on right after. Put the bowl or the plate on first, you zero it out, and then you put the food on, okay? So and then once you've put stuff in MyFitnessPal, let's say you have 200 grams of carbs, right? You, with your macros, have figured out you got 200 grams of carbs. But the meal that you just put in MyFitnessPal that you're about to eat has 50 grams of carbs in it. What does that mean? That means for the rest of the day, you have 150 grams of carbs to eat. Let's say you have 50 grams of fat. You have 16 grams of fat because of the peanut butter. That means you have however much that is. I'm not very good at math. I think that's like 44, whatever it is. But that's how it works. Let's say you have a protein shake, which is 20 grams of protein. Then your goal protein for the day is 200 grams of protein. That means you have 180 left for the day. And you keep going lower and lower and lower to eat all your food. It's not rocket science, guys. It's pretty simple. As long as you just keep consistent at it, you'll kind of figure out your own way. but I definitely find that macros are the best. But definitely don't, go having McDonald's because it has 200 grams of carbs and it has 170 grams of protein and whatever in the whole meal. Don't do that, okay? Especially when you're dieting like me. I'm on 114 grams of carbs, or 115. That means I gotta have a lot of veggies, okay? I don't count. Here's things that you shouldn't count. Don't count green vegetables. If it's a green vegetable, don't count it. It's very minimal carbs and a bunch of fiber, so you don't really need to count it. No one counts it at all. Even me doing a show right now, I don't count it, so it's totally fine. And that's really it, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any other questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments section and I'll answer them immediately, or make a video about it. So I love you guys as always, especially all my supporters, all my subscribers, all you guys who watch my videos continuously after I post them. I love you guys so much. You guys don't understand how much it means to me. I don't really care about the number. I just care about you guys caring about my videos. So next week I'm actually going to Boston. It's my birthday on November 14th, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm going to go see my brother, and I'm going with my girlfriend Ashley, so it's gonna be fun. Probably gonna be vlogging because I'm still dieting and I still have a show to do in December 1st or December 2nd, and it's in Tallahassee. So I love you guys. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get it.